All right, guys, if you're joining in, we just started a live stream. Going to give everyone a few minutes to join in. And plan on staying here for about 30 to 40 minutes today. Just a quick live stream. Got a few things I want to share with everyone, and I felt it was important to get on here and talk with you guys. That's right, the viewers. So thank you for everyone that's watching this live and everyone watching it on the replay. All right, cool. We got it live. Welcome in, Sandra. Welcome in, Shonda. Tim, welcome in. Aaron, yes. Welcome in, man. All right, we got people joining in. Steve, Bobby, Dame, William, what's going on, buddy? All right, guys. Got people going in. We got James Baum with the What Up Stonks. Mike, Michael, OB, Trevor, Mike. Chat's getting crazy now. I love it. All right. Adam, Cameron, Jay, John. Welcome in, everybody, man. I just wanted to say thank you all. And we got the chat up here. As you know, oh my God. So I want to touch base on this before we get started. Does the volume sound good? And does the picture look good? So give a thumbs up in the chat. Everything looks and sounds good. Or just leave a comment. That'd be even better yet. All right, give people a chance to reply here. Sandra gives the clapping, so I'm assuming that's good. Dame gives the thumbs up. We got a lot of thumbs up coming in. Perfect, so we are good to continue. Perfect, thank you all so much. All right. So Steve's comment, Terry, when are you getting the Mad Dog? It's funny you say that. Actually, me and my wife was talking tonight, and we were saying, man, it's been a while since we actually went and got some drinks. Haven't had a drink in a long time, honestly, and that's kind of crazy. So we actually talked about going to the local liquor store, getting some drinks, and I said, I got to get a bottle of Mad Dog because that is what we started this hype train on, man, the Mad Dog. And I had not had the Mad Dog in a long while, and I know you, the viewers, have been wanting to see the Mad Dog make an appearance. We ran out of the bottle of Mad Dog, so I'm going to go get a bottle of Mad Dog this week. So we will have Mad Dog back on the channel. So there you go. That answers Steve's question. That was the most important question, that Mad Dog will make an appearance back. That's right. All right. All right, so first, I want to go through some of the information I got for you that's kind of valuable in today's video. And then after we cover all that information, we're going to go into questions, Q&A. Like I said, I plan on keeping this stream 30 to 40 minutes. So if you want to stay for the Q&A here after all the kind of information, please be welcome to stay. So let's get to it. What is going on, my future meta millionaires? It is your boy, Terry Stonkers, and welcome to my channel, baby, By the Dip. All right, guys, in today's video, we are here to talk about MMTLP and MMAT because we are future meta millionaires. All right, guys, so let's get into the information here. MMTLP today was up 2%, had a nasty dip in the morning, and we came out positive. So that's what I'm talking about, guys. The shorts came out heavy this morning. They try to drive us down. They try to scare out people out of their position, and it didn't work. Because as soon as they dipped it, people went in. And if you see here in the chat, people bought the dip. That's exactly what they did. That baby dipped down to the low fours. People scooped it up. So congratulations to anyone that bought down the low fours. And you can see here, average volume is 636,000 shares. We traded 680,000 shares, so that is nice to see. And currently here, looking at the futures, oh, they just went red. As you saw, the futures were green, but the futures just went red. So S&P is currently negative 2 points. The Dow is negative 28 points. The NASDAQ is negative 11 points. The Russell is positive 1 point, and crude oil is slightly positive. All right, so I wanted to show you this here. This is Google Trends. We covered this a few times in the video. I think it's kind of definitely important to bring this up. So I'm not a technical analysis kind of guy. That's more of a smoky thing. But as you can see here, this is a 90-day chart. There was like no kind of interest over these days. I mean, there was no interest back here. I mean, we barely hit a 16 in the interest of the searches on Google back in August. I mean, you go up here into September, you're seeing 5, 0 on some days. You got, maybe 11. And here's when all the hype kind of started here around October 7th. That was the 1-year anniversary of MMTLP. We did hit a 30, and that was short-lived because then here we dropped down to a 6. And then all the excitement hit, man. It started going crazy. We hit a 49, 69, 94, and a 100. Then all that hype, it came back down. And you can see we're kind of trending back up. And here as the 21st, we're at a 36 on the Google trend. So there you can see we're kind of starting getting a trend going upwards on the Google trends of people searching it. There's a lot of other new YouTubers covering it. So that is, good to know that there's a lot of YouTubers covering, which is great because if they have, their viewer base, they're educating their viewer base on MMTLP and metamaterials, and that's great. We want to get those people educated on, what you guys, what we know is going on. Taking a current look at the oil prices, WTI crude at $84.86, Brent crude at $93.47. Natural gas is coming down, unfortunately, at $5.18. Now, I got to give a shout out here to the Reddit group. If you're not a part of it, go check it out. Here it is. The Next Bridge Hydrocarbons Reddit group looks like it's here, r_next_bridge_HC. So go check it out. I will be joining this group here. And so, yeah, go check it out. The official Reddit group for Next Bridge Hydrocarbons. Very exciting there. So definitely go check out this group. They share a lot of information in here. So I'll be checking that out. All right. So here we go on the OTC short report and looking at the historical short volume data for MMTLP. And as we can see here on the 21st, which was Friday, you can see we were short at 45%. And look at last week, 45%, 45%, 70% on the 19th, 67% on the 18th, 67% on the 17th. Guys, they were shorting like crazy. 67, 67, 70, 45, and 45. All last week. Heavy short volume last week there. So, yeah, keep that in mind, guys. They are shorting it. I'll be curious to see when this updates for tomorrow. It'll probably be very similar. I'm going to say October 24th today is going to be similar numbers to this Friday because the volume is pretty similar to that. Give or take about 14,000, 15,000, something like that. All right. Take a look at metamaterials today. Actually was green. So, hey, great for metamaterials. Here you can see up 2.35%, and we stayed the same here after hours. Average volume is about 6.15 million. Average volume is about 6.15 million. We traded 4.5 million, and we were still green, so that's good. Taking a quick peek here at the Fintel. Days to cover is at 5.22. Go down here and look. There's 200,000 shares available at that leading prime brokerage, and the short bar fee is $7.95. And yeah, Finner short volume ratio at a 42% today for MMAT. And we don't have the aggregate yet. All right, so there we go. I just wanted to do a quick rundown of the information here. So now I got to get back in the chat because you all have been talking. I appreciate everyone in there with the TikTok. Love it. Yes. All right. Yes. Thank you, everyone, to being here. I appreciate everyone. So now we're going to get into some questions. I'm going to go back here to the chat and see if I can find something. Here's a good question by Quiet Quest. When do you think the S1 to be finished? I am hoping this week. I'm really hoping this week we get the S1 approved because it was very minor changes on this amendment. I mean, it was only a handful. Not even really a handful, just a couple. And I think they got those fixed. So, yeah, that's just my opinion. I think that is, should hopefully by this Friday, hopefully this week. That'd be great. So that's my prediction is sometime this week. If not this week, hopefully early next week. So that would be great. All right. See if we can find some other questions. So here's a one by Jerry B, and this is a common question we get out there a lot. Could MMTLP shoot up to 100? Absolutely. It's always possible, man. With these kind of like situations like this, number one, it's heavily shorted, and we got to think that it's going private, guys. This is the key. This is what makes this different from AMC, GME, that the hedge funds could manipulate the markets, and they still can manipulate the markets. The markets. Don't get me wrong.
Hyundai Tucson versus Honda CRV.
That is always Google here on Yahoo Finance does that with the ads sometimes. So we're gonna go over here to the oil prices, and hopefully that won't kick on. But all right, so yeah, I know too much Mad Dog. I can't even talk in words or whatever. I didn't even have anything to drink. But anyway, what this is the big difference, man. We're going private. There cannot be no short position out there. Short, synthetic. They have to cover. They have to cover. That is the key with this one. That is going to be so different from any other stock. They have to cover because we're going private. So if everyone holds and nobody sells, who knows where this could go, man? I mean, what was it? HKD went up to like $1,700. I'm not saying this could go that high, but it's definitely possible if people hold on to their shares and no one sells. I mean, it's going to be tempting, guys, when this thing gets six. If it does, let's say it does short squeeze and we hit $60, $80, $100. It's going to be tempting not to sell a little bit and capture a little bit of profit because a lot of us OGs been holding this for a long while. But yeah, I'm thinking easily, man. I mean, we heard Houston Wade himself say basically 60 to 85. He wouldn't even start considering selling his shares to at least $60 to $85. And I think that's pretty much close to the average that a lot of people would. And I'm not saying like sell your whole position at $60 and $85, guys. So don't take that the wrong way. When I'm talking $60 to $85, I'm talking like just starting to sell. So let's say you have 1,000 shares, just for an example. Say you have 1,000 shares of MMTLP. It hits $60. You say, man, I may want to sell 100 shares. You sell 100 shares. Then it goes up to $70. Maybe I'll sell another 100 shares. Then it goes up to, $85. Well, maybe I'll sell another 100 shares. Then it goes to $100. I'm going to sell another 100 shares. So you see how that goes? If you have like, say, 1,000 shares and you're going to basically sell them like 100 at a time, it gives you 10 spots to sell those shares. Only at 100 shares, guys. And like I said, the volumes, I'm just saying this for an example. Anyway, the volumes that will be coming in, those 100 shares aren't really going to make much of a difference. These shorts are going to be covering millions and millions at a time and thousands at a time. So that's the point. Right now, I don't even know. I don't really have any exact price, but I don't think I would even want to start selling closer to, I'm in that $60 to $85 too. And that's not my ones on Fidelity. The ones I have on TradeStation, that's the ones I'll start selling at like $60 and $85. But I'm only selling them like at 100 at a time. I'm not selling like a large block at once because there is potential the dividend could be anywhere. I mean, we saw the one just recently got out $140 dividend, so that's possible. And I plan on definitely holding my Fidelity shares, guys. I plan on probably holding the majority of those to go in the next bridge and see what happens. Unless this thing spikes to a couple $100 a share, then I probably will be selling some of my Fidelity shares. So that's kind of the plan. Is basically my Fidelity shares, it's going to have to get really, really high for me to even touch my Fidelity shares. My TradeStation shares is where I'd be the first place to start taking some profits. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, $140 dividend would be sick. We got, please shut off the... Oh my God, I didn't even, thank you for showing that, Anxiety Lord. I didn't even know that was going in the background. All right, we'll leave that up. Oh my God, that's so funny. Wow. Wow. I didn't even know that was playing in the background as an ad. What the heck? Wow. Hey, Felix, welcome in, man. Oh, man. I know, Anxiety Lord, man. Thank you so much, man. I didn't even realize, I'm talking to you guys. I'm looking at the chat. I wasn't even looking at the stupid ad down there in the corner playing. And here it was, a freaking ad for that. So we don't want that playing here in the background. Oh, man. Thank you so much. Let's see. I got a message here from my buddy William. And looks like a person is... So let's just see if we can get the chat to maybe help this question. Anyone here invested in MMTLP with Nordnet? Basically, anyone here from Finland or Sweden having a problem that I cannot sell my shares or cannot hold those to NextBridge either. Any advice? I don't know anything about that. So if anyone in here has any advice for Finland or Sweden, I think it was, please leave a comment down below. Or, let me pull it up here real quick. And that's going to be the Facebook group. Let me pull it up here. See if it has me logged in here. Here we go. Here we go. This one. Guys, go check out the Facebook groups as well. Buddy William in here is one of the moderators. We got the MetaMaterials MMAT Investors Group, 2.7 thousand members on that group. And we have another one here as well. The Weta Fumeta Facebook group. And we got this one here. We got the Weta Fumeta has 365 followers, so go check them out as well. Two great groups there. Oh, William says he's the admin. All right. All right, we got a super chat. Thank you so much, Brant. So let me get back here so we don't get any more of those ads up there that we do not want to see. Brant Ray says, let's effing go. Any news? Can't wait for the cheese. So we are still waiting. Someone asked the question earlier, when do I think the S1 will be officially approved by the SEC? I'm hoping later this week. And the reason for that is when you saw the compare of the S1 First Amendment to this one, there was very little changes on that amendment. And it's just, like I said, it was like 3 or 4 changes really. So I don't think it'll be anything crazy. So it should be pretty quickly for them, the SEC, to get this turned around. All right. Let's see, leader landscape note, if a person holds a dividend with NextBridge, it'll stay the same amount. But yeah, whatever the dividend is going to be. Now, I am very bullish that the dividend is going to be something pretty good. I am thinking on the low end, like $60. I could be completely wrong, but I truly think it's going to be at least $60. That's just my personal opinion. We got a super chat from Mama Duck, Iron Duck Designs. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. All right. Yes, Bobby Luther here in the chat made a very good point, and I do agree with this. I think we talked about this in one of the previous videos, but let's go over it now. He says, Terry, I'm thinking once the S1 is approved, all the brokers will stop allowing the short buying. Agreed. I agree with that. I do believe that once this does get announced, that they will not allow people to short it. And they may start forcing people, the short positions, to start covering or come up with these shares to give to the brokerages. So I agree with that 100%. Dude on the couch, man. Hello, Terry and the gang. Yes, welcome everyone. Now, keep in mind, guys, this kind of is like a marriage here. Once we start seeing this one here go up, MMTLP, keep in mind, this play here is going to start going up as well. MMAT, guys. So that there is going to be, because as you know, most of us OGs out there that's been holding this, and I showed you in the previous post on Twitter, that a lot of my initial buys through Fidelity are starting actually now to be considered long-term capital gains. So I'll get taxed less when I cash those out or get, you know, the money for that or dividend, whatever we get. So that's going to be fantastic to get those long-term capital gains because that'll help save a lot of money. And what do you think we're going to do with the majority of that money, guys? What do you think we're going to do? We get that excellent dividend. Do we want it sitting in cash? No, we don't want cash because we're losing on cash. Do I want to buy a stock that has been heavily manipulated, shorted, taken advantage of by market makers? Heck yes, I do. A stock that has the most fantastic technology out there, the next one, the next big, unicorn stock, I'll just say, heck yes. I want to load up on this stock under $1 and just buy the heck out of it, guys. That's kind of the plan. It's just buy it. Under $1. I want to buy those January. I want to buy more January 2025 call options at the 50-cent strike. That's what I want to do as well. Because we get those big partnerships, we keep getting those big announcements, this baby's going to take off. And those options will print if this thing takes off. Because it's down here under $1, man. This thing starts rolling up and starts getting, covered and just everything else, man. It's going to be an exciting time. It's going to be super exciting for MMAT as well. So, all right. All right, we got a question here from Brad. Terry, if you could ask George one bit of inside info, what do you want to know about the future of Meta/NextBridge? For actually MMAT right now, if I could get one piece of information from MMAT, the metamaterials, not MMTLP or NextBridge, but this answer will be for MMAT. I want to know who our NDAs are with, our non-disclosure agreements are with. That's what I want to know. What companies do we have the non-disclosure agreements with? That's the question I want to ask George. And unfortunately, he can't ever answer that. But if you ever were granted a wish, I want to know what companies do we have the NDAs with. Like, I want to know who that big bank customer is. So I want to know who the big bank customer is that's under the NDA. With Nanotech. That's right. I want to know who's under that. Purchase 40 call option MMAT. They expire in November. All right, man. There you go. MMTLP here. If it starts taking off, it can definitely help MMAT. And let's see. All right, has there been any news for the GlucoWise? I haven't seen any news for the GlucoWise, but I hope that does come out. Let me think here. My one question for MMTLP / NextBridge. What would be my question for that? What would be my question? What would be my question for MMTLP / NextBridge? So that's my question for the MMAT is what companies do we have the NDAs with? Of course, my question is pretty simple for MMTLP. Who's waiting to buy this? That's pretty much it. Who is there? Who was like the Tug Oil Company? What company sent Tug Oil Company in to do their little review when we had that Tug Oil Company come in? And I'm just saying here, man, I think some big oil company sent in Tug Oil Company to do a little research, to get a little information as like undercover boss style for the big oil company. Because, they're not going to go in, like, let's say it is Oxy stock or ExxonMobil, one of the big boys. They're not just going to go in there and do the work themselves, because other oil companies are going to start, hey, if you're looking at it, I want to look at it. And it's going to create competition, and they do not want that. So they're going to send in little Tug Oil Company in there, and that's not going to raise any eyebrows to any of the big boys. So that's just my personal opinion on that. So yeah, I would love to know, do we have someone ready to start making offers as soon as this goes to NextBridge? Because I think we pretty much confirm that while this is still under MetaMaterials books, they cannot discuss like price. They can have someone come in and look at the land, I think as Tony Market Moose said in his video, you can have someone come look at the car and compliment you on the car, but we can't negotiate price yet. So I think that's pretty similar to our land. We can have people come look at it, observe it, send people in to do their testing, whatever, but we can't discuss price yet. That cannot happen under MetaMaterials books. So unfortunately, that will not happen until we are under NextBridge. Let's go here. This is a good quote here from Derek. Be bold and hold for the gold. Don't be a Tinkerbell and sell for a Happy Meal. Yes. I love it, man. That's good stuff. Love it. Let's see here. What else we got going on? Sandra said she got her average used to be $12 and got it down to $1.91. That's amazing. That is amazing, Sandra. William says MMAT might not be a part of negotiating, but NextBridge could be negotiating. They could be. They just can't have anything crazy going on right now as it's still under there, though. Squeeze after shares turn. Not necessarily Dr. Steve, no. The squeeze is going to be the run-up before the distribution date. So when this S1A 3 or 4 now gets approved, and we get those dates that you have to hold the shares through these dates. And same's going to go for the shorts. You cannot have a short position basically at these dates because we are going private. You cannot hold a short position. And that's what's going to cause it. That's going to force these brokers, these shorts, these hedge funds that are short MMTLP, they're going to have to go out there and buy the stock. They are going to have to go out there and buy the stock off the market. And that's going to drive in huge volume and make the price go up. We've been holding very steady here around this like $4 to $5 mark. We went up to $7.50. We dropped back down to like the low threes. And we've been staying pretty consistent around $4 and $5, give or take a few cents. We've been holding very steady now between like $4.50 and like $5.25. So we're consolidating here right now, just waiting. And that's what it is. It's just a wait game, man. Everything is just waiting. And like I told you guys, if market makers do anything crazy and drive this price back down to the $1, $1.50, $2, I will load the boat. I will sell other positions. Yes, that's right. I'm talking it. I'm going to sell other stocks at horrible prices right now to buy this stock. That's right. So that's pretty much the plan on that, man. I hold some stocks that I got at really cheap prices, but if this would go back down to $1, $2, I will sell those stocks and load up on MMTLP at $1, $2. You best believe it. I'll go all in basically on it because that's how much I believe in it. Let's see what we got here. So here we got a question from Johanna Alvarez. MMTLP on TradeStation. Are you going to have to do anything to move it to NextBridge, or is it automatically done through them? Okay, I can actually answer that. I have called TradeStation before, and I spoke with one of the representatives through TradeStation. And basically right now they're telling me there's nothing to do because we don't have the official S1A out, like the official approved. So until that is done, and until they get that document, we'll be able to go from there. So that's pretty much it. So we're just waiting on the S1A to get approved. And like I said, a lot of the brokerages right now can't give you any answers because it's not approved. There's no dates. And they haven't got that information from, MetaMaterials yet and what to do. So that's pretty much a lot of the answers you will get. Hey, Sandra says, off subject, the Bears are winning over the New England, 20-14 at the half. I must say, I like the Bears because has my man Justin Fields as the quarterback from Ohio State. That's right. So I definitely root for any of the players that played on the Ohio State Buckeyes for college. Justin Fields is over on the Bears this year. I'm excited to watch him grow. It's going to be, he has a tough season so far, but he's looking pretty good tonight from what I was watching that game. So I'm definitely excited to see Justin Fields play. All right, what else we got here? Alex says, if NextBridge is private, will I be able to sell my stock in a private company? I don't believe so. I believe that's a tough one. So if you're actually looking, I don't think you can sell in a private company until they have the offering and things like that, unless you can call up the broker and find a buyer for it and I guess negotiate a price, but I don't believe you can. Unfortunately, when it's private like that, it's a little tougher. You just can't go onto the open market and sell your shares. So, yes, it is a lot different. And that's going to be me being very transparent to you guys that if you need money like now and you can't afford to wait for, this to happen, then, it could be a little risky for you. Because, I mean, I'm just on a speculation, assuming that things will happen kind of quickly after this happens, but it may not. So do not put like your rent money and your grocery money and bill money in this, guys. If you're expecting things to happen right away. I'm very bullish on what's going to happen, like I said. But I don't know what the time frame is going to be once this goes private. Yeah, so he says, if I remember correctly, the date has to be done this year. Yeah, and I believe it will be this year. I believe everything will probably be done because a lot of the stuff they said will be, done this year. So I'm really hoping. I just don't want to say yes 100% that we're going to get everything settled this year because the distribution date and all that says that on there. So let's say fingers crossed that we get private and everything sold and dividend distributed out before this year. I would love that, but I just don't want to guarantee. I can't ever guarantee anything anyway. But I definitely don't want to get your hopes up on a time frame on that because we know how that's happened before. Time frames can always get bumped out. Oh yeah, Dr. Steve says Ohio State versus Michigan, November 26th, going to be. Yeah, that will be a good one. I do remember last year Michigan put a whooping on us, Ohio State, man. It was bad. Michigan came out very physical and pretty much beat us. I have to give them credit. That is fact. That Michigan took us out. Took us out. But this week, Ohio State got Penn State. I'm looking forward to Ohio State going out to Penn State and taking care of business. So Steve's saying, who will be putting up roughly $30 million to complete the 5 wells this year? Intriguing. Well, I think they already got mostly the wells good for this year. It's the next year, I believe, is going to be the tough spot is next year. So I think that's why. I think that's why they need to get this done as soon as possible to keep the leasing and all up at the university lands. So I think they will be trying to move this very quickly because of the cost of drilling. So yeah. All right, let's see what else we got here. I just want to say thank you to everyone that is here in the stream. My YouTube says we are at 226 viewers right now. I just want to say thank you to everyone, man. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Yeah, and I mean, hey, I'm never going to tell you whether to buy, hold, or sell, whatever. The channel is named Buy the Dip. But if you want to sell this week, go ahead because we'll gladly buy them up for you. We'll buy them off of you. You're going to sell your shares at $4.92. Someone will be glad to buy them from you. I can tell you that. All right. Really says, hey, Terry, we going to the moon? Yes, we are. We are going to the moon. And let me find you here. There we go. Off to the moon we go. Someone here says they're buying 4K more. Yeah, Supreme Judge here has the official numbers on the chat. Yeah, man, all you guys real quick, take a moment. It says 230 viewers right now. Take a moment right now. Go down there. Just smash thumbs up. That's all I ask. Smash thumbs up. And that really helps out a lot. Because we want to get this information out. We want more people to see what this is. And understand what it is. And that's the key thing, is understand what it is. Because if you're watching this, you've been here for a long time, man, we're going to get paid. We are going to get paid. Can you sell once the S1 is approved? Yeah, I mean, you can sell up before it goes to the next bridge. Absolutely. You can sell anytime. You just won't get the dividend. That's pretty much it. So there you go. You can sell anytime you want, but as soon as it hits next bridge, you cannot sell. Because once it's private, it's a whole different ball game. It's just not as easy to sell on like your regular app. So keep that in mind. Which I have no problem holding into next bridge if this don't hit those price targets. I have no problem holding through. Man, 245 people. Let's go, man. Thank you all so much for joining. You guys are killing it. Take a screenshot there of that, man. That's awesome. You guys are awesome. I like that you speak down to earth for us, puppy. I'm just trying to keep it. I'm a pretty just regular guy, man. I'm just a regular guy. Nothing special about me. I'm just average investor like you guys. I'm here to share my journey with you guys on this. Like I said, we got the George We Trust back there. I've been rocking that for a while. We got the Berta We Trust as well. For George, I trust MMAT. For Berta, I trust MMTLP. And of course, I trust George with them passing the torch over here. No pun intended. Passing the torch here over to next bridge. Hydrocarbons. Mark, thank you so much. Thank you for all you do to keep us informed. Thank you all so much. Shonda says, Terry, what brokerage do you use for MMTLP? So currently I use two brokerages. My main brokerage that I was buying from day one is Fidelity. And I recently added more shares on my Fidelity this past Friday. And here recently, when Fidelity made it harder to call in, I was getting money and I opened up an account at TradeStation. So I went to TradeStation, opened up an account at TradeStation, and open up an account there, and I started buying shares in TradeStation, and all you got to do is just buy them at the limit order. So you don't have to make a phone call. You just put a limit order in, and it fills. It fills in a few minutes usually. So Fidelity and TradeStation. All right. Jenny, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. There we got people down here. Oliver saying, I like First Trade. So there you go. A lot of brokerages out there. I think you can still buy on TD Ameritrade. I think people say it's like a $6.95 fee or something like that. Riley says, thanks, bro, for the info. I want to thank all you guys, man. You guys are the ones that keeps us going. There we go. But, I mean, guys, it's been a heck of a journey, man. I'm telling you, it's been a journey. When all the FUD was out there, when all the negativity was out there, we were here doing videos, man. We didn't run from the situation. We were here grinding it out, sticking in with the George We Trust. I don't know how many people was so mad that I still kept the George We Trust up there. So many people was mad about that. And I still believe it's not George's fault. The market is where it is. George is still coming out and doing things, guys. We're a brand new freaking company on the NASDAQ. We're getting the revenues up. What more can you ask? What more can you ask? Yes, Sandra, we've been here since day one of Terry. Yes, you have, man. People have been here since day one. Sandra, one of them. Jenny, one of them out there. A lot of people in the chat here have been there since day one. And I want to welcome all the new ones in as well. I want you to feel like you've been here forever as well, man. Absolutely. I want to make sure everyone feel welcome in to buy the dip. Absolutely. And I still think, honestly, we've been covering this when it first came out at 70 cents, 80 cents. We were buying this at 60 cents, 70 cents, 80 cents. We were buying this $1, $1.50, $2 forever, it felt like. And now here we are, and these prices don't even entertain us to sell. And I still think, like I said, my personal opinion, take it for what it's worth. You're buying MMTLP at $5, you're going to make money. That's just no-brainer. I think you're going to make a good bit of money off $5 a share purchase. So, and as you saw, I posted on my Twitter on Friday, I bought 100 shares at $5 a piece on my Fidelity. So, there you go. Even I was buying at $5 a share, and I was buying at $1, $2. So, Dr. Steve says, the first time I bought was because of Terry's channel. It was the video where he played the Houston Wade. Oh yeah, man, those Houston Wade clips are pretty. Those Houston Wade clips are really good. Now, Houston Wade is the brother of Gardner Wade, which is part of Meta Materials, and he has to be very careful what he says, what he does. So he, can't have any insider information from his brother, so they do have to keep that under wraps. I do believe that, he's just going off his pure instinct of the play. Number one, if you just go by what George has said, what John Berta has said, look at where oil and gas is at right now. Look at the articles coming out on oil and gas. That recent one here with the Diamondback Energy, $140 dividend. What more do you need, man, to be bullish on this? That's what I'm saying. What more do we need to be bullish on this play, man? You saw on the website that got leaked for one day. That's where all this came from. And the old investor deck presentations of Torchlight. That's where it all came from. The 3.2 billion barrels of oil, that could be a low projection. 134,000 net acres. A boatload of potential well spots. All right, let's see here. Yeah, private land. We covered in the video yesterday. Private land in Texas is huge right now. The Permian is on fire. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, go watch that video of, I think it was Michael Summers, the American Petroleum President and CEO, talking about how the Permian Basin, that private land in Texas, is hot right now. It is hot. So that is bullish for us too, guys. Very, very bullish. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. Let's see what else we got. Let's get in a few more messages. We hitting about 45 minutes. Yep, Shonda sums it up. I hope everyone here makes huge money. We have winning lottery tickets. Hold tight to our time. Yeah, I mean, exactly, guys. I mean, we're talking here. We know what this thing's worth. We know just all of the interviews, all of the clips. We know what this is worth. We're not selling at $5. You know what I mean, guys? Let's put it that way. We're not selling at $5. We're not selling at 10, 20. Those prices don't even interest me, guys. They don't even interest me. I'll start getting a little tickled when we hit like $60 to $85, somewhere in that range. I'll start to get a little tickled. You know what I mean? That's when we'll start getting a little. That's when we're starting a little tickled when we get 60. When I first, this is a little quick story here, and we'll get ready, I guess, to call it end of the stream. I do want to thank everyone. Oh my God, you guys keep joining in, and no one's leaving. The more you join in, I just don't want to leave because we got so many people on the live chat. Oh man, you guys just keep joining in and joining in. I love it. I appreciate all the support, man. Man. I didn't want to get on here and kind of bore you guys, but you guys keep rolling in here deep, man. The views keep going up, like the amount of people in here. It's awesome. Let's freaking go, guys. You guys are awesome. All right, so my original goal with this MMTLP situation, if you guys have been watching, you probably heard me say this a few times. When I was buying MMTLP, and my goal was to pay my house off. Like, that was my goal. I wanted to pay my house off. That was the whole goal of MMTLP. I saw a play out there in the market that I had huge conviction in, had huge potential, huge conviction. I truly believe in what it is, what it's worth. And not only if this thing plays out to how I think it plays out, how Roller Pigeon probably believes it's going to play out, how Trading Secrets Alley believes it's going to play out, how Tony Market Moves believes it's going to play out, Right Brain Trader, all of us YouTubers out there that has been covering this, we have huge conviction on what we believe this is going to be worth. And all of the subscribers down here that believe in what this is going to be worth, it's going to be freaking life-changing, guys. It's going to be life-changing. And could you imagine if they announce a $140 dividend, what that's going to do for people? Yeah. $140 dividend. Literally meta millionaires. Literally meta millionaires. And keep in mind, most of this is where it's getting to. Most of the people that have MMTLP, what's another stock in their portfolio that they have? MMAT. And what's going to happen when we become meta millionaires? We're going to take that money and put most of it back in the MMAT, and that stock is going to run. So we're just going to do the same process over. That's kind of funny because we're going to do the same process over. What happens to MMTLP, we get paid, and we're going to do the same roller coaster effect to MMAT as well, guys. That's exactly what's going to happen. So Jenny here has a good question. Why $140 in particular? All right, let me show you here. What was it? Under Twitter. Yes. William sums it up. So I want to give Jenny this information. And I know it happened here on my Twitter because it was this play here coming down. Let me find it. Is that it there? And that's the article there. How far back was this? I gotta find the article. Where is it at? That's the iBorrow desk. I know it was back here recently. Oh, come on. Where is it at? Did I already pass it? Yeah, but basically here, as you can see. Oh, no, Jenny, I'm so sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that. But yeah, right here, the tweet, the comment here, if 140 are projected, might I be tickled about 60 if I don't get tickled until at least 140. All right, so can I not find? All right, maybe easier just to get it on YouTube. Actually, on the YouTube. Videos. Was it the emergency date one? We got so many videos, I can't even keep up with which one it was. That's the TD Ameritrade. That's the short. Was it this one? Was it this one? MMTLP. I mean, that's how much I believe in this. But here you can see. Was it this one? Shonda, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Let me get my fan on, guys. It's getting a little warm here in the room. So I'm just so excited. I got to get the fan on. So let's get this on here. Fan. There we go. Woo! All right. How to get a fan on, man. It's getting a little warm in here. All right. I think that was the microcap. When was this done? Oh, that's the article. Is it this here? Okay, yeah, I can go to Trading Secrets. Let me go to Trading Secrets is where it was. Mr. Alley on Twitter. All right. Thank you again, Shonda, for the super chat. Just wanted to say thank you so much. Trading Secrets. There we go. Yep. Allie has it here. I thought I had it, but maybe I had it under something else. Under the Fang. I said there's so much stuff. It's hard sometimes to come back and find it. Let's see. See, this is where you can see this is like live when we're actually like trying to find stuff to put in there. When you actually watch a video, we already find it all and have it all ready to go. But when it's live and you're trying to, like, I know it's here, but where the heck is it? Diamondback Energy. There it is. All right, so here we go. This is what I was looking for. Boom. All right. MMTLP shareholders of Firebird Energy based in the Permian Basin will be receiving equivalent of $140 per share from FANG, Diamondback Energy, in a deal agreed in October 2022. Demand and prices for oil and gas assets in the Permian are hot, hot, hot. So there's that. Here is the actual article on it. 1.6 billion in oil and gas assets sold in the Permian Basin merger as the market recovers. And you can get out here and see Midland Basin, Texas oil operator plan to expand its operation to Permian Basin. 1.6 billion deal to consolidate fossil fuels assets, capitalize on ongoing growth in the region. Here you can see Diamondback Energy announced to purchase Firebird Energy on October 11th, paying $775 million in cash and 5 million shares of Diamondback valued at $140 a share. So there it is. That's what's going to happen. So here it says the transaction included about 75,000 acres in the eastern Midland Sun Basin of Permian, producing about 22,000 barrels of oil equivalent per day. So they're hoping to rise it up to 25,000 barrels per day. So it looks like these people are going to get a little bit of cash and shares of an oil company. So we know that John Berta has mentioned in the past before he would love a non-taxable event because we know John Berta holds like 2.2 million shares and he doesn't want to pay taxes on that. So yeah, he would love a non-taxable event. I'm sure Mr. John Berta would prefer just to get all the oil company shares. I got to give a shout out here to Riley. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. Thank you again. Really appreciate it. Yes. Hi, George, if you're watching. Yes. I would love to know, does George ever pop in and watch a video from here and there? I don't know. That's always possible. Kevin has a great question. Hey, Terry, when rich? Hopefully here soon, man. I would love to come out here after this is all said and done and tell you guys that my plan of getting the house paid off is completed. That's going to be a satisfying feeling. Once this dividend is done, the payout's done, stock swap, whatever we do, that the house is paid off in full. That's the goal. Want to get my house paid off, and I'm hoping MMTLP is going to be the reason I get my house paid off. It's going to be so awesome. All right. All right, here we go. Michael has a good question, and we're actually going to talk about this. So it's a good question. Could the stock run up after the S1 approval to the last day before the spinoff and end up being higher than dividend offered at the last day? It absolutely could. That is a possibility, Michael. Yes, sir. Houston Wade did a clip on that and was saying, like, once it starts getting past like $100 and $140, $150 a share, it's kind of, you might want to consider selling, because I don't know how much the actual potential dividend could be, but I don't know if the dividend could be more than $140, $150. I'm not sure. But if we do get a squeeze up past that, like I said, it's definitely a good spot. If you're holding strong, that is a good spot that you definitely want to start taking some profits over the $100 or $140 range, because, and if it is more than that, you can't really be mad at yourself, because, I mean, I plan on holding so many shares into NextBridge regardless. I mean, unless this thing hits like $200 to $1,000 a share, then I'm probably going to sell everything out if it hits something crazy like that. Because HKD did do kind of something like that. So, yeah, I mean, if you're talking $200 now, that's tough not to start, pretty much deciding on selling and taking good portions out at that point and capturing in some huge gains. I know, right, Jenny? Like, oh my God, 200 and 1,000. I know. It's crazy to think that MMTLP could do that, but it really could. It all depends on these shorts, man. The shorts, these naked shorts, the synthetic shorts, anything is possible. What the heck these guys are doing. Now, there could be the other side of this. This thing doesn't run up at all. That's a strong possibility as well. There's a huge possibility this thing is going to run up like crazy. There's a huge possibility this don't do anything. And I'm happy either way because I'm perfectly fine with holding all my shares going in the next bridge and letting them just pay me out what it's supposed to be. I'm perfectly fine with that. But if this thing is going to freaking torch the shorts, squeeze those freaking hedge funds, and knock them out like Carousel Capital, damn right I'll be happy to sell at even higher prices. You best believe. All right, guys, I think we're going to get ready to call it the end of the stream. We are approaching about a 1 hour mark. I was so glad I got on here to talk to you all. I just want to say thank you to everyone for all your support and all the videos. Try to do a live stream every week or two. Hopefully next week, I will have the bottle of Mad Dog back for videos, and hopefully we'll have the Mad Dog to celebrate the S1 officially approved and go over those official dates. That's going to be real exciting, so I'll be looking forward to that. So, all right, guys, I'm going to call it the end of the stream. Love and appreciate every single one of you, and I'll catch y'all in the next video, guys. Peace.